You are about to experience the Jersey Jaguar YouTube channel, the greatest YouTube channel in all of history when it comes to your Jacksonville Jaguars. In order to become a subscriber to this channel, if you haven't done so already, you only need to fit 3 criteria. First, you must love the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second, you must hate, better yet even despise, the Tennessee Titans. And third, and most importantly, you must know in your heart with everything you have that Shad Khan is a complete and total buffoon. If you fit those 3 criteria, hit that subscribe button, join me on this YouTube journey, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Sit back, relax, and listen to the best Jaguar insight on the YouTube platform. Jaguars fans, the preseason is officially over, and that could only mean one thing. The real stuff is right around the corner. And in today's video, me, Jersey Jaguar, I'm going to be telling you, the Jacksonville Jaguar fan, at least hopefully you're a fan. If you're not a fan, I'm not sure why you'd even be watching this video, what your reasonable expectations should be for the 2022 Jacksonville Jaguars season. Let's jump right into this, shall we? So, I'm guilty of this as well. I know that many of you probably are as well if you're man enough or woman enough, don't want to misgender you, to admit this. But we all have the tendency to buy into the preseason hype. Oh, this looked really good in the preseason. Oh, Jeff Cotton looks like a friggin' superstar in the preseason. Right? You're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it as well. What are you getting at, Jersey Jaguar? Well, this preseason, when the Jaguars' starting defense was out there, our front 7 looked pretty dang good. Secondary looked pretty dang good. Okay? Now, I know I just told you that it's dangerous to buy into the preseason hype of things, but I am here to tell you, loyal Jacksonville Jaguar faithful, that for the 2022 regular season, you should fully expect, 100% expect, this Jacksonville Jaguars front 7 to look very different from what we've seen over the last couple seasons. Trayvon Walker, if what we have seen in the preseason translates to the regular season, my man will be a force up front. And I'm willing to admit that I was wrong about that, if that is the case. If that is the case. Foley Fadukasi, the time he's been out there, has been completely disruptive, totally collapsing the pocket up front. Josh Allen looks to be having a great preseason, which hopefully will translate into the regular season. Chad Muma, each game that I've seen him has gotten better and better and better. And I went back, and I'll admit I didn't watch the Falcons game because A.J. Perry was the quarterback. Someone wants to do their lawn now, if you can hear that. Sorry about that. But I went back and watched at least the first quarter to see my man Devin Lloyd, and I was very pleased with what I saw out of Devin Lloyd. This Jaguars front 7 is going to be exactly that we were talking about it, how it could be back in April. It's looking like it will be for the 2022 season. And I'm all for it. All for it 100%. Because it's about time that teams stop at will being able to run for 5 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, 4 yards, 10 run, whatever. I'm tired of it, and I've seen it way too much over the last 3 seasons. That stops with the 2022 season. So what can you expect? This defense is going to be night and day different. We've talked about it. We've seen glimpses in the preseason, but I think we've seen enough to justify the fact that we will see that be a continual theme throughout the 2022 season. Is Saxonville back? I don't know. Although Arden Key looks to be on track for like a million of them, I don't know if Saxonville is necessarily back, but I think it'll be the closest thing that we've had since Saxonville. Second thing I want to jump into, your expectations, and they are really cutting that grass out there now. If you can hear that, sorry about that. I mean, don't they know I'm trying to make a video? That's really loud, I apologize. But the show must go on. The other thing that you should fully expect as the Jacksonville Jaguar fan in the 2022 season, we have a real head coach. We have a legitimate head coach. We don't have a fraud. We don't have someone who's just collecting a paycheck, trying to bring a winning pedigree to the Duval, to the 904, Mr. Urban Meyer. The Jaguars have a legitimate head coach. And even in the preseason so far, we have seen that on offense, Trevor Lawrence looks like they have an identity. That looks like they have a plan. And we haven't even seen them with James Robinson on the field yet. Who, by the way, will play against the Washington Commanders in 2 weeks. So what am I talking about? I don't know how many games the Jaguars will win this year. But I can promise you, the week 1 that we saw last year, where no one knew what they were doing, people were out of place, they were getting illegal shift penalties the first play or two of the freaking year, stuff that happens in training camp in June and July, that ain't happening September 11th. The Jaguars, I don't know how many wins they will have this year, but they will be more structured. They will be more disciplined. The penalties this preseason have been probably the lowest that I've ever seen in a long time, okay? We're going to have organization in this franchise. And if the Jaguars don't win a lot of games this year, it's because of the talent, not because of the coaching. Because Doug Peterson is legit. Doug Peterson is miles ahead of Urban Meyer, and this whole organization is so beyond now what it was this time last year. So what can you expect so far? You can expect a nasty front seven. You can expect organization and real coaching. Almost like a real NFL team. Go figure. But that's the bar that we've set over here in the Jacksonville Jaguar fandom. Third thing that you can expect as a Jaguar fan. Trevor Lawrence is making a big year 2 jump. Is it going to be what Justin Herbert did? Is it going to be, the kind of leap that Josh Allen took? Patrick Mahomes? God, I hope so. I hope so. Really do. I think it can be close. I think it definitely can be close. And I think you can expect maybe not necessarily that much of a leap, but you can expect what we saw week 17 against the Colts. You can expect that more times than not. And you know what? If Trevor does that, and this front seven is as nasty as we think it can be, who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Jaguars will win the AFC South this year. Now, I'm not going to put that into something that you should expect, because I don't expect that. I want that. I'm hopeful. I'm on... Here, let me get on my knees for you. Let me get on my knees. I'm on my knees asking for that, but I don't expect it. So I'm not going to put that in this video, although that would be really nice. Front seven is going to be legit. This team is going to be organized. Not as many penalties. This team is going to have direction. We have our first franchise quarterback since Mark Brunell. What more could you want? What more could you want? Another thing you should expect as a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2022, the Jaguars are going to have a darn good running game. James Robinson will be fully healthy, ready to go week 1 against Washington. My man's out there putting spin moves, breaking ankles in training camp. Doug Peterson said in his first day out there, when he was out there with the joint practice with the Atlanta Falcons, he said it looks like James Robinson had already been out there for weeks. Okay? My man is special. And as bad as David Caldwell screwed this team up, he was kind of like the, parting gem. You know what? No, I'm not even going to give David Caldwell that credit, because I think Tony Khan found him in the undrafted, those analytic gems that he finds. So actually, forget everything I just said. Screw David Caldwell. James Robinson's a beast. With him being fully ready week 1, Travis Etienne ready to go, Snoop Conner out there, the Jaguars are going to have a really good running game. Which can only mean one thing. Leads me to my next point. Having a good running game sets up what? Good play action pass, which is something that Trevor Lawrence is actually pretty darn good at. Which means that my man Zay Jones and Christian Kirk are going to be the best wide receiver duo tandem that this team has had since the Allen brothers. That's my next thing that you should expect as a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The connection that Christian Kirk and Zay Jones will have with Trevor Lawrence will make what Blake Bortles had with Allen Hurns and Allen Robinson look like child's play. I fully believe that. Because you know why? I especially believe that because I believe in Doug Peterson's ability to run an offense and to draw things up, to get first downs, and to make those guys connect a whole lot more than Gus Bradley doing what he did with those other 3 guys. Okay? What are you saying to me, Jersey Jaguar? Given all these things I should expect, what exactly are you saying to me? Well, here's the bottom line thing that you should expect as a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. I don't know how many games this team is going to win. I don't. I would like to think that it would be a 2017 season all over again. Would love nothing more. But what you should expect is you're going to be excited still in November. You're not going to be saying, oh my God, it's still 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving and I just, oh man, all right, what wide receivers or what tight ends or what, whoever in the draft. Oh God, I just want it to be over with. Oh man, is it Sunday again at 1 o'clock? Oh, okay, all right, put the Jaguars on. You're not going to be saying that. You're going to be excited come Thanksgiving, come Christmas. And then when the season's over, you're going to be sad. Unless 2017 happens all over again and the Jaguars are in the playoffs. Which, obviously, we would love nothing more than that. But what should you expect as the Jacksonville Jaguar fan in 2022? You should expect the best season that this team has had in several years. You should expect to see the legitimate growth and development of our franchise quarterback. You should expect to see the nastiest defense this team has seen in years. And you should expect to see us being competitive in just about every single game that we play. And we're going to win some of them. We are. This isn't going to be no 3-win season. I know that. We're going to win some games. Not all of them, but some. And you should expect to have fun the next 4 months. That's all I got for you guys today. Oh, actually, no. One more thing. If you're still watching, you're not going to regret watching at this point because I have the best nugget for you that you should expect as a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. You ready? I got to lean in close for this one. You ready? We're still going to have kicking problems. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there because no matter who wins this kicking job, I have a feeling it's going to be the thorn in our side throughout the 2022 season. But whatever. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. How excited are you guys? We are 2 weeks away from a real football game that matters. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Join me on the Jacksonville Jaguar YouTube journey. Screw the Titans. Duval. Well, look at you. You made it through the entire video. I appreciate that. Since you've made it this far, you might as well go ahead and share this video with every Jaguar fan that you know. Really helps the channel grow, and hey, us Jaguar fans got to stick together. Duval!